𝐤𝐊𝐿 Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. And peace and blessings to the hopefully elect scattered across all nations of the earth. This is the word brutish, right? Adjective. This is from Etim Online. It says pertaining to animals. Okay, because in that video I did terror onto Egypt with Brother Mashar, I mentioned the word brutish, but I didn't really explain it enough. So I thought I might as well just do a quick video explaining this word. So brutish, pertaining to animals. Okay, that's what it means. If you're a brute of or belonging to animals, non-human, coarse, brutal, crude. That's from Old French brute, and it's from the Latin brutus, which means heavy, dull, stupid, insensible, unreasonable. Okay, insensible and unreasonable are very good ways to explain how you use the word today. If somebody's being brutish, okay, and the word, the suffix ish, I'm sure you should know that by now. It's brought out quite a lot. So yeah, someone who is as a wild beast, man. And in fact, let's go here again. Look what it says in reference to humans: uncultured, stupid. Let's get that word culture. Okay, culture meaning the tilling of land, act of preparing the earth for crops, like to cultivate. From Latin cultura, a cultivating, agriculture, figuratively care, culture, and honoring. So figuratively, care, culture, because figuratively it's like we have to be cultivated, you know what I'm saying? We have to be tended to. And we're likened unto trees, you know what I'm saying? So as a tree, you gotta take care of that tree, make sure it brings forth, the fruits, the good fruits thereof. For an evil tree cannot bring forth corrupt fruit. Sorry, let me try again. A good tree cannot bring forth corrupt fruit. Now, Matthew 7:16. You shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Okay? Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. So by their fruits ye shall know if they're cultivated or not, if they have corrupt fruits. Their works, the deeds, the words that they speak. You know what I'm saying? You'll know if that tree is cultured. You know what I'm saying? Just to quickly show you, this goes back to the garden, right? This is Genesis 2:16. And Yahweh commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. Just a quick second, I just couldn't resist. Just looking at something interesting. Okay. So I'll read it again. Genesis 2 and verse 16, sorry. And Yahweh commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. So, the Most High said to Adam not to eat, okay, of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Now, this isn't talking about a literal tree. This is Genesis 1:29. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed. Okay, every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth. Now watch this. And every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. And the word for meat is akala, meaning food or consumption. Okay, so or for fuel. So Genesis 1:29 says, and every tree in which the fruit of a tree yielding seed, okay, that was given unto man. What this is actually talking about is talking about people, man. It's talking about people who have corrupt fruits. Don't eat the fruits thereof of those corrupt trees. You know what I'm saying? A good witness to that as well is Isaiah 61, where it goes into the gospel, the good news, the glad tidings. Isaiah 61:3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified. All right, they might be called trees of righteousness. I believe the word there is, let's get it, Aitiza. Where is that? Oh, Ayal. Okay. It's interesting. You get there again. Yeah, come on. Ayal. Ayal, property, strength, hence anything strong. Oh, Khan, that's why it says ram. Okay. I'll be honest, I expected it to say Aitiza. But it did say a pillar, a doorpost. Anything regarding strength. You know what I'm saying? But then it does, of course, say the planting of Yahweh. Act of planting, place or act of planting, plantation, or whatnot. I've actually got another scripture. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 10, verse 15. The Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nations and planted the lowly in their place. So plucked up the roots as a tree and then planted down the lowly, the meek. And of course, that's referring to the nation of Israel. So as you use it figurative sense, it's like somebody who's not unreasonable, unsensible, okay, uncultured, stupid, as it says. So, and when you go to the word beastly, okay, brutish, sensual, debased, and the manner of a beast, okay. So it's a synonym basically. Go to the word beast again, one of the lower animals, a 4-footed animal, a marvelous creature. So when somebody's being brutish, they're as a beast, man. They're being as if they're not. They're like an animal that doesn't have the same cognitive ability as a human does, man. It's like you're likening them onto like a cow or something, man. A bull or a dog. Okay, that's what it means to be brutish. 2 Peter 2. I'll start 12. But these, as natural brute beasts, made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things that they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption. So these as natural brute beasts. You go into that. The word brute. Alogos, which means destitute of reason, contrary to reason, absurd, unreasonable, as translated, as it says there. You know what I'm saying? Irrational as well. The word there, logos, is in word. Alogos, because the word logos just means word, right? Alogos, and this word here is alpha, which is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. That's interesting. I wonder how that even makes it up. I'm making this video, but I'm learning things on the way. Alright, another scripture. Go into that as well. I think it's verse 10. Yep. Verse 10, yep. This is Jude verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not. But what they know naturally as brute beasts, in those things they corrupt themselves. So that as brute beasts, they're not cultivated in it. They're not been taken care of, or they don't have understanding. And of course, there's people who weren't supposed to get it anyway, man. So this is how they're set up to be. Okay. This is Psalm 92:6. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this. Psalm 94:8. Understand ye brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise? Proverbs 12:1. That's a good one. Whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. See, if you hate reproof, you're like an animal, man. You know what I'm saying? Proverbs 30 and verse 2. Surely I am more brutish than any man, and I have not the understanding of a man. Okay, so when you see this word being used, it's likened to somebody who's like just out of damn control sometimes. Oh, it's a great, the one right after here is great, man. Isaiah 19:11, this is a good one. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. And that's obviously, is it a city in, let me check. I think it likened them to a city in Egypt. Alright, so it's Tazine, place of departure, an ancient city of Lower Egypt called Tanis by the Greeks, located by the eastern bank of the Tanitic branch of the Nile, the capital of the Shepherd dynasty, built 7 years after Hebron and existing before Abraham, and the dwelling place of the Pharaoh at the time of the Exodus. Okay, that's a little information there. Look at where it's used as well. This is Numbers 13:22. And they ascended by the south and came unto Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. Okay, and now watch this. This is Psalm 78:12. Marvelous things did he in the sight of their fathers, in the land of Egypt, in the field of Zoan. Okay, and you know what that's talking about. Now this verse here, Isaiah 19:11, isn't talking about actual Egypt. It's talking about spiritual Egypt, which is America. Surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The wise counsels of Pharaoh has become brutish. Right? That's a great one. But yeah, that's it on that. I just want to make a quick video on the word brutish. Lord, this is edifying. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Raucha, Kodash. Double honors to the Apostle and Elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. And Shalom Barakath Lahabach Yar Mawath Lababal.